I fucking ingest semen and I spin it into gold.
One day when I'm sad, I'm going to pull up their Patreon and just fucking turn my ceiling into a Jackson Pollock painting with a shotgun. Okay?
It's like if every time you took a shit that your toilet was like, you do this so well. What?
Right? Crisscross, crinkle cut fries, or waffle fries, or being stuffed in your mouth by a British person.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to hear that.
All right. So.
By the way, I'm Harrison. This is fucking. I don't know. What's your name?
I'm Tokyo Kuntpunch.
Tokyo Kuntpunch.
Because my
Yeah.
punch is delicious.
And I'm Lord Haw-Haw. I was executed in 1946.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Great.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
We're finding our legs here. We're like a newborn calf that's just been born covered in goo and just trying to walk for the first time and stumbling and just stepping over ourselves and coughing up goo. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. This guy, I moved him out from New York.
Mm-hmm.
He was married. It was a green card marriage. Anyways, that was a marriage.
His marriage was a green card marriage.
It was.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if she knew that, but that's what he told me. So, anyways, he came out to LA. I moved him out here after shit went down the tubes, and he was living with me, and I live by a Carl's Jr., and he's like, I'm going to Carl's Jr. Do you want anything? And I said, no. He's like, are you sure? I said,
What
no.
kind of British accent did he have? It was like a posh British accent or a Cockney?
It was like dirty, messy, like you need the kind of guy to be like, you want something?
Oh,
something.
I'm going to fucking Carl's Jr., yeah? You want some chips or something?
Yeah, he was from a place called Broccoli.
Broccoli?
Broccoli.
Okay.
Broccley.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, he won a Grammy for mastering Woody Guthrie. He said Guthrie like that.
Well, first of all, okay. All right. He probably...
It was historical,
okay.
Best historical record.
Gotcha. All right.
But, when he won it, he was like...
I was about to break the news to you that he died like 60 years ago.
He was like, I got that Grammy because I'm me. He was really cocky. But, I was into that.
Yeah, not because...
Anyway.
Okay, sure.
So, he was living with me, and... yeah, he went to Carl's Jr. one night. It was like we'd been together for 3 months, and he's like, do you want anything? I said, no. And then he came back. He got some shit and some Chris Cut fries. Apparently, they only...
Did you say Christmas?
Chris Cut?
Chris Cut.
It's like waffle fries.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're just...
Christmas fries.
So I asked for one, he gave me one. I asked for another one, he gave me one. And then when I asked for a third one, that was when he pulled me... he pulled me over and stuffed the fries in my mouth. It was like he took everything that was left in the little pocket, in the pussy pocket, and he just stuffed it into my mouth and like held it there. And it was like I couldn't move and I couldn't really breathe. Yeah. So I was just like, but I didn't want to cry. Right. But I mean, I wanted to cry, but I just didn't want to like, I don't know. I was sort of in shock. Yeah. I didn't cry about it, but I was just like, wow. And he was like, I'm sorry. I acted like a dog. It's just like, get 2 fucking things of fries. I don't know. I didn't know how good they were going to be.
Dog wouldn't really do that, though. Would never do that. Dog would just eat the fucking fries. It wouldn't shove them in your mouth. It might, like, rip your throat out with its teeth. A dog. But just...
So anyways, he moved to Arizona. He it's very expensive living in Los Angeles, I find.
All dogs go to heaven or Arizona. It is expensive. I mean, you get like if I was in Arizona, I could buy like a house with a swimming pool and just be like, fuck you forever.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I could.
I mean, if I could buy a house anywhere right now, I would. But I
Right.
can't. I live month to month. I mean, how much can you buy a house for out there?
Didn't they buy Orchid a house or a condo or something?
Condo.
Yeah, get them to do that for you. Just like be sane for like a year and then.
What are you talking about? They're not going to do that shit.
Right.
We don't have any money for that shit. This guy thinks that, like, my parents are going to buy me something, you guys. This guy's fucking delusional.
Your parents have a lot of money. Let's, you know.
I don't see
Come
any
on.
of it.
Yeah.
I don't see
That's
any
because
of it.
they're old Jews. They don't, you know. They
I
don't
love
get a
how,
lot of
like,
money by spending money.
You're
right?
an expert on how much money my parents have. I don't even
Yeah.
know how much money they have.
Well, I know they just sold a building for like $5 million. That's something. That's some money right there. That's
yeah,
cash.
but I
Cold
think
hard
like
cash.
half of it was like taxes. Half of it was gone for taxes.
Those are things that Jews say to play down the amount of money they have, so their
Actually,
children
that's
won't murder them.
that's a thing with the
Yeah.
government. When you sell something, you have to pay like 40% taxes. You don't know about that?
One thing we gotta. No, I know it's true.
Yeah.
It's true, but still, one thing we gotta learn: the most important rule of podcasting is don't do it. No, that's the first one. The second rule of podcasting is figure out how not to talk over each other.
Did I talk over you a lot?
Either you talked over me or I talked over you. I don't actually remember. But there's a thing, like somehow D&D we don't talk over each other for some weird thing. So you gotta figure that out. It's like whenever we have another person on the show, people are talking over each other, and it's like, you know, we need to foster that connection, that bond, like Jodie Foster and the alien that in the movie she was in with an alien, which I don't think actually happened. I think I just imagined it.
I feel shamed
Why
to
do
my
you
core for
what-
that, but it's okay. I'll get over it.
You feel no, don't. I'm saying there's
I
a thing you
do.
figure out over
Yeah.
time.
I do talk over people in real life IRL,
Yeah.
so
Like just wait till I'm done talking before you talk, and then you just jump in. That's what you do,
okay,
you know. And I will do the same to you.
cool.
That Fry story you told, it's terrible. It's really, really bad. It turned me on a little. I'm gonna just admit that because this is like I'm a truth teller.
Why?
There's something about, I don't know.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
It's very Last Tango. It's like something, you know, Marlon Brando would do. Like when he took that little thing of butter and like stuck it up her ass and fucked her. It's
Yeah.
like a little bit like, right?
Yes.
He'd love to know that you think it's hot.
Well, it's like, I don't know if you've ever done this, but sometimes when I'm having sex with a woman, I will take her panties and stuff them in her mouth. Right? It's a thing.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a thing I
It's
do.
never happened to me.
So, you know.
I would be like, my panties are
Or
getting...
sometimes they'll stuff their panties in my mouth. You know, you never know. You never know what'll happen. I don't write the book.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't write the book. You know? Who wrote the
I
book of love?
personally, like, as soon as I start to feel something happening down there is when I just want to take the panties off, because it's like, I don't want any soil on the panties extra than what I have to already clean off.
That's fine.
Because I'm just super fun like that.
No, that means I'm not saying they're taken off. I'm saying they're like somewhere nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Like extra panties besides
Yeah.
the one that she's wearing.
No, like hers. You know. We're in the bedroom. She took them off.
Oh,
They're
okay.
somewhere within arm's reach,
Yeah.
perhaps.
It's dirty.
Yeah.
Because your mouth's very dirty.
You know, it's a thing. People like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I love how I'm like trying to be all proper right now, as if I'm not like a total fucking menace to society.
Why don't you talk about being a menace to society?
Well, let's see. Maybe because there's a camera right on my face. Like, I just feel like there's certain things I can't talk about because it's like, it's not a podcast. I'm not like a disembodied voice. It's like, hey, everybody, I should be thrown in jail. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Well, first of all, I don't think you can be thrown in jail for that. Pretty sure. You should consult an attorney, but I'm pretty sure you can't. No, you can't. It's true. You can't. You have to be caught doing it in order to be arrested.
Selling drugs.
Yeah, it's like the same thing. I can be like, I shot meth the other day because I did, and right. So like, nobody can arrest me for it. It's done. It's over.
Yeah.
It's in the past.
Yeah. Well, luckily for me, all that stuff is in my past.
Right.
God, I wish I could just let go.
You talk about it at comedy shows. People are filming it,
Right.
You talk about it in your fucking show that you filmed, and like, fuck off. Just say whatever, You're not using your name. I'm not using my name. I might actually want to get a job at some point. That's why I'm not using my full name, Risk. What are you doing, weirdo? So.
Fuck.
Yeah. What time is ass clock or whatever? What time is this thing we're supposed to go to?
It's at, let me check. I think it's at like 10:30. Let me see. I'm just curious. Do you know if that other podcast, Two Less Lonely Girls, that I was...
What about it? Yeah. I don't know
He
anything about,
fucking hates it so much.
I don't know anything about, I don't even want to look at. One day when I'm sad, I'm going to pull up their Patreon and just fucking turn my ceiling into a Jackson Pollock painting with a shotgun. Okay? Because it'll be like, they make $25,000 a month for fucking some Justin Bieber bullshit. And it's like, well, time to slit my own throat.
It's going on. Oh, look at this little 20-year-old's hitting me up. Little does he know
What 20-year-old?
that I'm on the fringes of society.
You're a regular Patti Smith.
My cooch is all fucking... Wait, was Patti Smith a drug dealer too?
No, but she did that song, Rock and Roll N-Word. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it N-word or did she say the word?
She said the word.
That's so funny because today I was sending my rap lyrics to this guy. I've got this rap song with Dothraki in it, and I had the N-word in it, and I had to change it twice.
Isn't Dothraki the Klingon language? What is that?
It's from Game of Thrones.
Oh.
Yeah, I rap in Dothraki.
Okay.
Etc.
Why did you learn a fake language?
Well, there's a Dothraki app, believe it or not, and it's like, wait, let me read this fucking shit. He's 22, 23. Is there some type of like mental disease that is onset after you fucked like 620 like 3-year-olds and 19-year-olds?
I think the idea behind it is that if you fuck enough young people, you become younger. Isn't that the whole thing that people believe?
That's not what happened.
What alchemists have believed for centuries.
Oh my god.
Can you show the kids at home a picture of the young man?
Can I?
The young man in question.
Should I?
The portrait of the artist
Do you
is a
wanna
young
see him?
man. Yeah. Show the camera.
All right, he's from
Show the people at home.
Wisconsin.
Show the West Compton?
Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin. He's from West Compton. No, it's quite nice. It's not like Compton. It's West Compton.
He's 23.
Yeah, that's not that young. That's fine. It's all right. I mean, look, I try to avoid
I'm 36,
fucking
dude.
people that young.
He's a little cutie pie. All right. I mean, I hope he's okay with this.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, we'll consult our attorney. All right, back it up a little bit, sweetheart. That's not working, but that's fine. I can. Your phone's all fucked up.
It is?
Yeah, it looks like he looks like he's fucking Jigsaw from the Saw.
Fuck everyone.
Yeah, whatever. He looks like, I'll describe him.
It's because my phone's cracked.
Is that actually a gap in his tooth? Oh no,
Let me show you another picture.
That doesn't look like it was taken now. Okay, that looks like
23.
Okay, But he looks like somebody's dad in like 1984.
No, he doesn't. He looks like a little model boy.
Okay.
Come on.
All right.
Doesn't he?
Yeah, he's cute.
He's
all
got
right.
fucking sexy little
Yeah,
lips.
he's
I
cute.
didn't tell him he's
No.
cute because I've learned not to tell boys when I think they're gorgeous. Because they're like, oh, you think I'm awesome? I better fucking hightail it.
Yeah.
I just let him think he's a piece of shit. I mean, I'll probably find out he's a piece of shit, so.
Everybody's a
we'll
piece
just-
of shit.
I'm fucking gold, okay? I fucking ingest semen and I spin it into gold.
Okay.
I'm a fucking...
You're
like a fucking...
you're Kumpel-Stiltskin? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm like the fucking
Okay.
wheel.
Yeah.
I'm like, I spin shit into gold.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the scum filter of Los Angeles. Give me a decrepit old man and I'll fucking turn him into a little prince. Honestly.
So, Tokyo Kuntpunch is describing
fuck.
herself as some kind of fairy tale monster.
I can't believe it's like amazing that I'm still pulling in all these little young boys at my age. I'm like gonna be 40 in fucking 4 years.
Yeah,
It's
but you got the
amazing.
Mrs. Robinson thing. It works, you know. You got to go with the classics.
It's just, you know what it
Classics
is?
work.
It's my dick sucking. It's my my deep throat is so on point. It's troubling for me because it's like it hurts my heart when I'm like
Sorry, no, continue, please. Don't let me stop.
it hurts my heart. It's like every time I'm down on a guy, you know, I know that this is like, it's like the best thing that can happen to a guy is like to get their dick sucked. But it's like when I do it, every single guy has to like comment on how amazing I am at it, you know? And it's like either in a fucking like retarded, like, you know, it might be in some crazy old accents like, you're so good at this. Oh, I could let you do this forever. You're so talented. Oh, and it's just like, or sometimes it's just like, you know, with the young kids especially, it's like they're all just like, wow, like you're so incredible. And like this guy who was 37 the other night, I was like, wow, you're so good at this. And it just hurts my feelings because it's like, I'm so tired of hearing about how great I am at that. It just makes me feel like I'm a worthless piece of shit. You know, it's just like, it's like if every time you took a shit that your toilet was like, you do this so well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. That's a good analogy.
It's fucking upsetting.
You really hit it home with that analogy, I feel. Yeah.
It really is. It's
worked.
upsetting. It's like, wow, this is probably gonna be like my greatest talent above, like, you know, rapping in Dothraki or whatever. It's upsetting to me because it's, you know, I just have to watch everyone else around me get like accolades, and my accolades will only ever be, you know, in person when I'm sucking someone's dick, basically. And it hurts, you know?
Yeah. I could see how that would hurt.
It's just like every time someone compliments me on it now, I'm just like, oh,
Because sometimes when women do that, they want to be told that they're good at it.
yeah. Oh, but what we were talking about earlier, and I'm happy to talk about that like white elephant in the room, but like to kind of be forced out to be like, let's talk about it right now is
Did
a little
you say
hard.
a white elephant?
Yeah, you know, like
I don't think that's how the expression goes.
what is it?
I think it's just the elephant in the room. It's not a white elephant. Why has it got to be a white elephant?
I don't know. I thought
No.
it was a white elephant.
Okay. Weird racial.
But yeah, so I was
Yeah.
sucking that agency cock recently, and like I was telling you, it was like a small guy,
Okay.
you know, and I was just trying to get myself through it because we'd already like not used a condom. We're already there. I was in his place, and I was just trying to fucking get through it, and I was just like, it's so big. And then he was like, no, it's not. And it just really pissed me off because he couldn't even let me have that fantasy. It's like, I'm sucking your dick. Just let me fucking say what gets me off.
He probably thought that you were saying it for
him.
Yeah, for his sake.
God,
That's
I should
probably
have
what he
fucking
thought.
just bit down and like Lorena Bobbitt'd that shit right then, because that really ruined my moment. But
Then you create a supervillain who will dedicate his life to destroying you. If you bit off his penis.
let's see.
You know, I don't even really like getting my dick sucked. Like, I don't. I mean, I don't dislike
Is that a
it.
challenge?
What?
Is that a challenge?
It's not a challenge. I'm saying, I don't like. If a woman's like, "Hey, I'm gonna suck your dick," I'm like, "Why don't we just have sex?" I'd much rather.
Really?
Do that. Yeah.
That's
I just prefer
bizarre.
that.
I
Because
personally,
it's made. That's the thing that it's made for. Why am I gonna put it in something it's not made for? Doesn't make any sense.
well,
I'd rather put it in the thing that it's tailor made for.
I'm so good at sucking
Yeah.
that it's just like people could almost. I mean, my pussy is like extremely on point as well. I'm not gonna talk shit about my pussy, but
Okay.
but my dick sucking skills are so good that it's just like it's almost just as good, or if not even better. I feel like for most guys that I've been with. It's to the point where like if I don't even want to do it, sometimes I'm just like, let me just get this over with, hold it in, spit. You know what I'm saying? Gargle.
Yeah.
Wash it out. You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know.
The kids at home though.
They all know. So let's see, what else was I talking about earlier? We won't go there. I don't really want to give everybody nightmares. But suffice it to say, I have lived through what hell could never be, and that's why I shouldn't be afraid of death.
Yeah.
What I
No,
described earlier.
You talk about it like friends of mine have discussed, battles in Iraq. You know, you speak of it with the same horror.
Who talks about battles in Iraq?
I don't know. I've had some friends of mine that fought in Iraq.
Really?
Yeah. Fucked them up, you know. Mostly people I've met in Narcotics Anonymous, but, you know, hey. And various other self-help things, like the Vision Quest I did, you know.
No.
I did a Vision Quest in Death Valley.
What is a vision quest?
Sometimes it involves hallucinogens. This one did not. It's basically you go out into the desert by yourself for 4 days, and you don't eat or you don't have any shelter, and you don't have any human contact for 4 days. And then you kind of go crazy and have hallucinations and stuff.
You're on some drugs or something?
No. You induce madness.
Do you eat?
No. You don't eat.
So you starve yourself.
Yeah, pretty much. And you don't have shelter or human contact. So you start to go like Loopy Town, cuckoo bananas. And I go cuckoo bananas pretty quick because I'm already kind of cuckoo. So it don't take long.
Yeah. Let's take some questions from the listeners.
Yeah. The chat looks pretty empty.
Come on and call in.
I had a vague structure. I was going to tell you a story.
Okay, that's great.
But you can interject at any time with your thoughts here.
Okay.
This is a story. It's a love story about an alchemist named Raymond Lully, who apparently was a real guy. But this is a legend about him. This was in the year 1250. I think in Italy. Where's Majorca? Where's that? Is that Spain? Spain. Okay,
It's like
in
the
Spain.
only geography question I'll ever answer.
Mm-hmm. All right. There's a lady, a beautiful lady, Ambrosia di Castello, was in town. She was hearing mass at the church, and she was leaving. And she entered the church, and she disappeared. And then there was a knight, a cavalier, if you will, who noticed her. And he rode after her as she was leaving in the midst of affrighted worshippers. And it was Signor Raymond Lully was the knight, the cavalier in question. He had a wife and 3 children. Ambrosia di Castello was also married, and she had an irreproachable reputation. So he was, this was a big scandal. He rode up to her essentially, and he basically hit on her. Yeah, and he said that she was supernatural, irresistible. He respected her honor and the affections which he knew belonged to another, but he had been overwhelmed. So this is what Ambrosia said. She said, to respond adequately to a love which you term supernatural would require an immortal existence. If this love be sacrificed heroically to our respective duties during the lives of those who are dear to each of us, it will, beyond all doubt, create for itself an eternity at the moment when conscious and blah, 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 blah. It is said that there is an elixir of life. Seek to discover it, and when you are certain that you have succeeded, come and see me. Till then, live for your wife and your children, and I will also live for my husband, whom I love. And if you meet me in the street, make no sign of recognition. You get what I'm saying here?
Let me recap.
Yeah.
So he's in love with her, but he's like, for some reason, let's not do this right now. Let's go back and live our lives. And if
That's what
fucking
she said.
Agamemnon comes out of the sky, then let's fucking cement this shit.
Pretty close, yeah. Yeah, that's what she said. And what that actually was her graciously turning him down. Mm-hmm. She was like, hey, maybe if we find a thing that can let us live forever, after my fucking, husband's dead and your wife's dead, we can hook up. Mm-hmm. But it was just a gracious way to turn him down. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about that earlier today, where you were talking about
yeah, do I tell this guy, well, let's not say his name, even though, wow, on the name game scale, like, that guy's got an interesting name. Let's just call him Titus or fucking Dionysus.
Okay.
Because I did meet 2 people named that.
Yeah.
We could call him Athena. Did Athena ever call you the girl Athena?
Who's Athena?
Remember Athena? She was at that zombie show. I ran after her and I don't think she even saw you, but I gave her your card or some shit.
Her name was Athena?
Her name was Athena. Anyway.
Wow. I don't remember that.
I don't like it when a guy sweats like a fucking pig all over me when we're having sex. Are you a big sweater? I can't stand that shit.
I mean, but look, sometimes you fuck and you sweat. It happens.
If you're going at it for a while.
And in the summer, sometimes in the summer it happens. Because I have AC here. I don't have AC in my bedroom. So
I hate it so much that I will ask people on Bumble and Tinder, are you a sweater? Do you sweat a lot?
Everyone sweats.
No, not everybody. Actually, my ex, who doesn't like me to call him my ex, he's just some guy whose dick I sucked very well. That's how he wants me to refer to him.
Please don't call me your ex-boyfriend. I'd like to cut to him if we have video of him saying that.
We just cut to the video of you serving him while I'm sucking his dick, because that was the only way to get him to meet us, was for me to suck his dick in my car when I left out of my... Yeah. So he won't block me, by the way. I've asked him to block me. There's a new thing on Gmail where you can block people. Did you know that?
No.
Yes. There's 3 little dots at the end of your email address, and you can block a person.
Why would I ever want to block somebody? Oh, he blocked you.
I want to be blocked, and then I want to be told that I've been blocked so that I don't fucking waste any more of my fucking energy.
That's good.
Being entertaining for these people. Anyways, what the fuck was my point?
We were talking about apparently it's called a conge. I don't know how you pronounce it. Conge, which is when you graciously reject somebody.
Yeah, I can't take the sweating. The sweating was too much. His toenails were revealed to be turquoise. He painted them himself.
Wait, he painted them
himself.
Oh, I thought they were turquoise because of some malady.
No.
Oh, mine is purple because I'm a fucked up weirdo.
No, he painted his toenails turquoise because he's on the spectrum, which I fully respect. And
what spectrum? The Kinsey spectrum or the autism spectrum?
The fucking spectrum of I'm not bi, I'm not straight, I'm somewhere along the fucking rainbow.
Yeah, that's like me.
Yeah, it's like you. Okay. But see, guys like you and like this, I have to stay far away from, because it's I mean, it just, the thing is, you're bringing in a lot more competition, because now not only do I have to compete with all other women for your affection, I have to compete with men.
Right.
And it's just like, it's too difficult. And also diseases. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's, I don't know, sexist. That's not sexist. I don't think that's sexist. It's just a fact.
Diseases are a fact.
Do you want to go get another fucking alcohol, whatever, while I hold the fort down, or?
I'm good. I got my fucking bottle of wine right here. So
okay, cool.
I should probably slow down a bit. Anyway, it was a gracious Conge, I don't know how you say that, which put off her lover till doomsday, but he refused to understand it as such. So many years passed away. The wife of Raymond Lully died. Ambrosia di Castello in turn became a widow. But the alchemist appeared to have forgotten her and be absorbed only in his sublime work. So basically one day she was alone, and he showed up, and he was a bald and emaciated old man. He held in his hand a phial filled with a bright and ruddy elixir. Basically, in his imagination, she had he barely recognized her because she had always remained young and beautiful. And he announced himself, and she's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Who are you? What's going on here?" And she's like, and he's like, "Remember we met in the square that time, and you told me like I should get the elixir of life? Well, guess what? I've spent fucking 40 years working on this bullshit, and I got the elixir of life here. So let's fucking do this shit." And she's like, "Dude, look at yourself. You're like old. You're like real old. You're nasty. You're nasty."
Interjection?
You're nasty.
Couldn't that elixir take him back to his youthful... No?
No, it just
keeps you at
drink
whatever...
it, and then you're immortal at the time you drink it. Yeah.
I want my money back on that shit.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, this elixir which preserves existence is powerless to restore lost youth. My poor friend, look at yourself. And she held up a mirror to him. And he was like, holy fuck.
Because he hadn't looked at a mirror.
Yeah. And now, Raymond, continued Ambrosia, look at me. And she unbound her hair, which was white as snow. Then, loosening the clasps of her robe, she exposed to him her breast. Not breath. Breast. Which was almost eaten away by a cancer. Is it this, she asked piteously, which you wish to immortalize? Because she's all like, you know. She fucking, you could see her organs like it's a fucking puppet show. You know, she's got cancer. Was she young, though? No, she's old, man.
Oh, she was old, too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, they both aged, right?
But she was looking great.
No, she was old, and she also had cancer fucking, you know.
All right.
She had no tits anymore. Like, cancer was like, you could see inside of her chest. It's like, you know, like a fucking, everything. It's bad. Everything's real bad. And she's like, yeah, I don't want to drink your shit. And he's like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. For 30 years I have loved you, and I would not doom you to a perpetual prison in the body of an infirm old man. In your turn, do not condemn me. Oh, no, I'm sorry, she said that. Spare me this death, which you term life. Let me suffer the change which is necessary before I can live again truly. So, yeah, he was like, all right, fine. And he broke the vial. And he's like, you know, I got to live now as an old fucking jackass forever. So he, hiding his face in his hands, he went away weeping. There you go. And he's still around today, presumably.
They didn't drink the elixir. They didn't.
And he's got a lot of money.
They didn't get together.
No.
This guy's probably in my fucking little black book.
Yeah.
Probably know this guy.
Mm-hmm. Tell him to make it. Tell him to make the fucking elixir.
I want to... So my ex-best friend...
Yeah.
You heard my joke about like... Oh, God, I can't talk about that shit. But I just, like, I'm just going to say this. I want to go up to a little girl. Like, I'm waiting for their daughter to get old enough to where I can just go up to the daughter and just be like, hey, you know, this is what your stepmom did
No, this is
Or
the celebrity rehab broad, right? You're talking about?
Yeah, I don't think she
Okay.
works there anymore, though. I checked her shit. She doesn't
Now,
work
why
there
would you
anymore.
want to do that?
Because she told my fucking mom
Okay.
I was on acid.
Yeah.
She literally had this fucking cunt that she claims used to be a Ford model, which I seriously know because if you saw pictures of him. Yeah, she had him call my mom, and my mom is such a fucking bleep that she didn't even tell me that he called her for 2 weeks, and she probably never would have. I had to fucking find out and ask her and dig out what happened. And the fact that she put her, I guess now husband, up to that, it's like, you're not gonna fuck me over. Like, I tried to call the place where she worked and let them know that, like, she broke those, like, $500,000 NDA agreements, you know? I did try to ruin her life, but unsuccessfully because her husband is best friends with him. So it's like,
that's not
can't really break that bond. Like, that job is pretty solid. Although I don't think she's working there anymore. But it's like, you know, it's like in Sleeping Beauty where they think it's all going to work out. And then the baby shower, Maleficent shows up and she fucking puts the little spell. You know what I'm saying? They all forget about it, and then she's 16, and then it's like shit goes sour. Like, I am waiting for the time to make some shit, like, to tell. And it's not hard. She's on Instagram. I found her little fucking 8-year-old, 10-year-old.
Yeah.
And it's all I gotta do is be like, hey. I mean, I could tell her a couple of things.
Yeah.
Number one, did you know that your dad loves to suck and eat and lick the blood of your stepmom out of her pussy
She's her stepmom.
when she menstruates?
She's her stepmom.
Well, yeah, it's a mixed family.
Okay.
And like I said earlier, mixed girls get
Does this broad have her own
everything.
kids?
Yeah, she's got one of her own, and he
Okay.
has one of her own. So I could tell her that menacing fact, which I find menacing. Are you hot for, like, the blood clots?
No, I've done it. I mean, by accident. I've done it by accident.
I
but
just don't even understand. I mean, it's cool if a guy, like, doesn't
don't
mind you're on your
care. Like, I'm
period
like,
and
oh,
he's gonna
there's
fuck
blood.
you. But if a guy wants to fucking eat and suck and lick it out like he's a fucking vampire, like, ugh, you know what I mean?
It's a little weird. Yeah.
So I'd love his daughter to find that out, and I'd love his daughter also to find out what the woman his dad married used to do and what he saved her from. Because I think, like, I like to get revenge. I'm very vengeful. I
Yeah.
wish I wasn't,
You hold
but
a
I
grudge.
am.
You hold a grudge.
And yeah, just when you think it's, like, all safe and shit's been forgotten, she told my mom. Like, how else can I hit her? I mean, I can't tell her parents. They're out in fucking, I don't know, middle of America somewhere. But I could hit the daughter, and the daughter would be like, you know, she'd be permanently fucking troubled by that shit. Like, she might ask dad about that, but she's never gonna heal from the shit I could tell her.
I mean, look, I'm no one to talk. I've committed many acts of revenge in my time.
Yeah.
That were elaborate and fantastic.
Yeah.
But you know, an eye for an eye leaves everybody blind. And in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. So Sammy Davis Jr., right? I don't know. Something. Drunk.
All right, let's see.
time is
How
it?
far? Yeah, what time are we on?
I'm already getting there. With the drinking, so you better hurry up.
Anything fun?
You better hurry shit up.
Some of you may have seen the movie 12 Years a Sex Slave. Anyone?
Is that a movie?
No.
Oh. How is it not a porn? It should be.
12 Years a Sex Slave.
Of course it is. I mean, if somebody didn't... I guess people don't really do that anymore. Like
You know-
parody.
Yeah.
Why do you need to do that anymore, you know?
I'm just reading my
I
fucking...
can just watch fucking Kunwachi porn.
I'm reading my attempts at jokes right now.
Yeah.
You know, some people need antidepressants to go to work every day. But I'm sober now. Thank you. Thanks, guys. I'm going on day 4. And this clarity has come over me. that I need drugs.
Mm.
Because, and so on and so
Okay.
forth. I can't talk about that shit.
You just did.
I didn't say anything.
Okay.
If I keep saying I didn't say anything, then it fucking means
Nobody's. Yeah.
nobody. This is about to fucking blow up to like fucking.
The nobody that is watching is gonna really hold you to account on
like,
this shit.
That'd be so funny if there was like actually like an entity called nobody, and it was like this weird like fucking pudged out monster. It's like he's called the nobody.
Yeah.
And he just sits there, and it's like nobody wants him to watch. Like the regular nobody wants. Ooh, what a concept! Doesn't want the nobody to watch their shit, because then it means like nobody watched their shit.
You lost me at some point.
Listen,
I was with you at
don't
first.
want this monster. If he watches your stuff, it means no one else will watch it, because he's the nobody.
Oh, then he's been my biggest fan my whole life. Every stupid thing I've done, he's loved. He's been all over that shit.
How
that
are
fucking
we on time?
cocksucker.